What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we're back with another Marvel Snap video. And I don't know about you, but my number one goal every single season is to hit infinite rank, all right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about a week into this new season, and as you can see, I hit infinite yesterday. So, in this video, I wanted to give you 5 tips for hitting infinite. I know the thumbnail and title says hitting infinite in a week. That's about how quick I've been able to do it with a certain deck that I'm using and stuff. But anyways, I want to give you some tips. These tips should help with other decks that you're using, but I want to help you out if you're like me, love hitting infinite, getting the rewards, all that kind of good stuff. But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name's Chris. I go by Bootman in game, but make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell if you love Marvel Snap as much as I do. I love breaking down decks, discussing strategy, updates, all sorts of stuff within the Marvel Snap community, and you don't want to miss any upcoming videos. And it would be a big favor to me and a nice little Christmas present if you help me get to 1,000 subscribers. All of you who have subscribed recently, thank you so much. We're at like 770 something, I think, right now. So we're getting pretty close. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. Merry little Christmas to me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, so let's dive into it. And by the way, I wasn't really sure. I'm like, what should I like have up on the screen as I go through these tips? So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna like play and then kind of talk to you while we do it, okay? So yeah, so I hit infinite rank, and I wanna note too, if any of you have been watching my recent videos, I hit infinite rank and I didn't even have to use leader, that silly card that needs to get nerfed. So let's jump into some games. I'll be using my She-Hulk deck. I've discussed it in other videos, which I'll link somewhere in the info cards. But I need to get some boosters for She-Hulk because I'm trying to boost up my little variant of She-Hulk wherever she went. Where is she? There she is. Yeah, got that. So let's try to boost her up together, all right? So, tip number 1. First one is, and I've preached this since day one, is cube management, okay? You wanna hit infinite. One of the best things you could do is minimize cube losses. It's not about maximizing your cubes, okay? It's about minimizing losses. Let's toss you over here so you die. So we often like just try to win cubes and stuff, and I think my years of playing poker has really helped me in this because I look at the cubes as like betting, and I'm a very conservative poker player as well, and I try not to bet unless I am just like so sure, like 99% sure, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll snap back and everything, but anyways, minimize losses, know when to retreat, all right? I'm gonna save this demon. So know when to retreat. One of the worst things you could do, and it's the same thing in poker, is to stay in a hand or in a game, right? In here, to stay in, just hoping that the card that you need is going to come out. Like, just don't do that, all right? Now, when the snap's already gone, and you're like, okay, I don't mind losing 2 cubes. Like, if you wanna wait till turn 6, just in case, whatever, those 2 cubes are gone, you know what I mean? So I don't think he's going to do this, so I'm going to, dang, I wish I had magic. Actually, why am I doing that? See, I'm talking and all sorts of stuff. We'll get some Asgardian goodness here. All right, so minimize your cube losses, all right? So, tip number 2. I got my notes over here, so I'll be glancing over every now and then. Man, I am multitasking. Subscribe if you are impressed by my multitasking. So, step number 2. Oh yeah, this is a huge one. Have a healthy sense of anxiety, okay? I have been stressing this. I've talked about it in some recent videos. Have a healthy sense of anxiety. What does that mean? Overconfidence will kill you in this game. Like, to continue on our discussion of cube management, all right? Oh, which one are you taking? Ooh, that's not good. Because I see so many people snapping on turn 1, okay? People snap on turn 1. let me tell you this, okay? Listen very carefully. Get in close to the screen, whether you're watching on your phone, your computer, whatever it is, come in close, because this is very, very important, all right? There is nothing that can be in your hand on turn one that should make you so confident that you decide to snap, okay? Let me look at this board real quick, and then I'll continue with this. Okay, so I have 6, you're over there. You could drop Spectrum, so that'll take you to 11. Oh, no, this is good. This is good. Check this. Oh, man, his Iceman hit that. That's not cool. Dang. We might win this. This right here, by the way, I don't know if I would necessarily continue playing it. We might tie. I'm not going to go through all the math because this video isn't entirely about me winning here. So, I think we won. There we go. Boom. Okay. So, have a healthy sense of anxiety. Nothing in your hand, okay? When you're snapping on turn one, you are completely disregarding everything that's going to come out. Like, look at this. Imagine if I snapped on turn one. Lamentis came out. There's nothing in your hand that would prepare you for that unless this was like a couple of weeks ago when Lamentis was the hot location. You know what I'm saying? And with my deck that I've been using, the Magantris deck, like, it has counters for everything. It has Shang-Chi, it has Enchantress. I can't tell you how many people with control decks snap me on turn one. Like, what was in their hand? Was it Professor X? Was it Destroyer? You know what I mean? Like, I have things that work around it. So, do not be overconfident before you even see the locations. You know what I mean? Sit there and, analyze your deck. Say, what are the worst case scenarios that can happen to my deck, all right? Like, play with your deck a lot. I like some tips like Jeff Hoogland makes. Like, it's like stick with a deck for like an entire day or like, dozens and dozens of matches. Some people like tinker with their decks way too much, but when you do this, you know what can counter your deck. You know what scenarios are gonna come up. So don't get too overconfident before any cards come up, all right? Let's jump into another game. So, tip number 3. Let's see. Oh, watch YouTubers and streamers, all right? You're already doing a great job watching me here, but I'm telling you, like, I don't know, like, I go on Reddit, I use snap.fan, by the way. You should be looking at that website as well. If you want deck ideas, whenever I get a new card, I go to snap.fan. But the reason I say watch YouTubers and streamers is because I believe, like, I'm not sure if it's, actually coming from like Reddit or something, but I believe YouTubers and Twitch streamers, he put it on Superflow. I believe Twitch streamers and YouTubers are kind of guiding the meta. So what that means is when you see YouTubers and Twitch streamers start using certain decks more and more and more, you're gonna see them in game, okay? There's been multiple times where I have seen somebody or seen a couple streamers or seen somebody playing a deck and then it starts showing up in my games a day or two later. All right. So when you're just keeping up to date with the strategy, the meta, all that kind of stuff, you're going to be a little bit ahead of the game. You're going to be prepared. You're going to have some practice, just knowing what's about to come. Because when I watch streamers and YouTubers, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, what can counter their deck? And by the way, when you're watching them, a little tip within the tip, watch the streams. Don't just watch the videos. Don't just watch videos like this. Watch the streams, because too many people are out here just showing you the wins. And that can be a very big issue. Because if you're only seeing the wins, you're not getting a full idea of all the bad things that can happen with the deck. So watch a stream. I'm not telling you to watch like an 8-hour stream or whatever, but at least watch like, 20, 30 minutes. I actually watch at 2 times speed, so it shouldn't take you too long if you do that. Just watch them run through it, see what happens. Like, I've seen so many people, do you pull 3 and 4? I don't use Magneto that much. I pull you over here. Oh. Don't know if that'll work. Don't know if that'll work. Huh. If I put 12 here, all he needs is that. Let's try it. Yeah. Are you gonna be low? Is this something low? Let's see. That didn't work out too well, did it? Oh, speaking of leaders, speaking of annoying leaders, but yeah, make sure you watch like some actual games, even if you have to do it at 2x speed. Just get like 4, 5, 6 games in, see what kind of decks they're using before you try it out. Oh, here, you get a little fist bump, even though you use leader. All right. Okay, so that was tip number 3. Tip number 4: don't sweat the losses. Okay, I cannot stress to you, like, so we all get into these slumps, right? Where we are just losing and losing. And if you're like me, like there's some of us who play this game and we really like ranking, we really like hitting infinite, you know, all that stuff. Like that's me. I'm a competitive player. I like hitting infinite. And last season when I would lose and I would drop, I would get so tilted. I'd get so tilted, I'd just stop playing. And you know, sometimes that's what you gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta take a break. But anyways, this season, I just laughed and I didn't care because I've seen how easy it is to crawl back up in ranks, all right? Like, I just played through it. So to give you, like, just kind of some perspective on what happened, over the weekend, like, I think last week I hit 92 or 93, like on Friday or Saturday, I hit like 92 or 93. I'm like, oh man, infinite, it's right there. It's right there. I'm gonna hit it this weekend, you know, whatever. And I just started tanking. As this leader meta came up, I just started tanking. And I lost like 10 ranks. And, you know, I just started thinking about it. I'm like, man, I've been able to crawl up and like gain ranks like pretty quickly. So I'm like, this is nothing, right? Because I'm minimizing cube loss, okay? And minimizing cube loss still dropped me 10 ranks, but I'm minimizing cube loss and I'm like, I know I can bounce back from this. And it's, you know, today as I'm recording this, it's Wednesday, so I hit infinite on Tuesday, so it only took me like a couple days to get all those ranks back, plus some. So don't sweat the losses. Either A, just push through, laugh. I personally, sometimes when I get tilted, I start playing really, really sloppy, and I do need to take a break because then I'm losing way more cubes than I should. But, ooh, that's good. But yeah, just push through it. It's no biggie. Switch up decks. So I guess that's another tip within the tip. I had to switch up decks. I was using, here, let's actually do this because I'm doing well here. So I had to switch up decks because I was using like meta decks that people were using. I was trying everything. I was trying so many different things and it just wasn't working. And I went back to this deck right here and I started winning again. So try doing that. Try like switching up your decks if you need to. If nothing's working, if you're getting tilted, just take a little break. Victory. Oh man. Well, retreat action there. Come on, give me some She-Hulk boosters. Can we get She-Hulk boosters by the time I'm done with this video? All right? Don't sweat the losses. Take a break if you need it. All right? Last tip. Tip number 5. How do I phrase this? Use decks with counters, okay? With counter cards, things that counter different decks, all right? There are a lot of popular decks out there, and it's another reason why I say to watch streamers, because I'll watch them, I'm like, you don't have anything that has counters, right? Your deck is purely just to build up power and win and pull off like, you know, as the kids say, cheeky little plays. You know what I mean? If you watched my video the other day, I tested out the Arnim Zola deck. And it was terrible for me. It was terrible for me, right? Like, I only saw the Arnim Zola deck work against me, but when I was trying it, I was like, you need so many things to go right with this deck. Like, so many things. So, my deck, that works, Magantris, it has counters. It has counters for those people who get so confident that they snap on turn one. It has Shang-Chi, it has Enchantress, and it has Captain Marvel, okay? Shang-Chi takes out high power cards. Enchantress takes out ongoing effects. Captain Marvel, she can get into tight areas. Like if this was my deck that I'm using, I can get into Sanctum, no problem. You know what I mean? So make sure your cards have some kind of counter. This deck right here, I tossed in Cosmo just purely for that reason. Like, look what just happened to this, look what just happened to this guy, you know? So yeah, let me see, what can I do here? So yeah, whatever deck you're building, even if you are using meta decks, just make sure you have some kind of counter in there. Depending on what the meta is, just see what's going on, make sure you got something. Oh man, this guy's getting a lot of Vibranium. Do I want to do this, or am I kind of confident? I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident. Look, my Cosmo's going to cancel these two out. Uh-oh, Sarah. Uh-oh, Sarah. Let's see. Let's see what happens. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Am I going to win this? Am I going to win this? I'm guessing he's playing Surfer. He's got the little Surfer icon. What do you got? You're going to be able to drop 3 cards. You're going to drop Surfer, maybe a Killmonger. What else? Maybe a Rogue. Maybe you're going to take my armor. What you going to do? Oh, 4 cards. 1, 2. Oh. 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 Ooh, look at that. That was close. Good job, Windfly. Good job. Now, did I get my She-Hulk boosters? Can the audience see She-Hulk boosters? No, not this time. So I'm going to keep playing. But yeah, everybody, get out there, get Infinite. If you're like, oh, well, Chris, like, you didn't have to trudge to as many levels. If you watched my videos from last season, I got to Infinite from rank 40 in a week, okay? And if you want to know what type of deck I was using, it's my famous Magantris deck. And it's very nice. See, since I'm not a big YouTuber, nobody's using this deck. I've seen a couple people using some variations. I'm like, have you seen my channel? But yeah, so this is the deck that's helped me out. It has counters. I've made videos breaking it down. But for any of you who have seen me use this deck, one replacement I've made, I swapped in Black Widow for Angela. And basically, I just got Black Widow. And I was like, I want to level her up a little bit. You know, she's all right for disruption. Ooh, I'm keeping her in. I'm keeping her in. Angela is a great card. I used to think she was overrated. Then I saw how powerful she could be. But I think I've had way more utility out of Black Widow. Just being able to stop them from drawing cards on a turn, and then if you get like Luke's Bar or Cloning Vats or something annoying, you can do that as you wait for your other cards to like come out. But anyways, so if you've watched my other videos, I've swapped in Black Widow for Angela. But let me know if you have any questions down below. Let me know what your struggles are. Let me know what your challenges are. I have more videos coming up. I want to make videos for all of you. Now that I hit Infinite, I'm going to be testing a lot more decks depending on what kind of cards I have. I'm still waiting on a lot of pool 3 cards, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, leave comments down below. Let me know what you're having issues with, what you want to learn counters for. I have a bunch of other video ideas, but I want to hear from all of you, all right? But anyways, that's all I got for this video. Again, if you are new, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. Little Christmas present to your boy, Chris. Try to get me to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I would really appreciate it. All of you who are subscribed, I love you, and thank you for subscribing, coming along this little journey with me, all right? But yeah, that's all I got for this video. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.